These are a few things that I, as a urban explorer, have learned through experience. One of the first things that I learned is that a tripod can be a lot more dangerous than you probably think it can be. Um, and that the more heavy it is, the more it hurts. And they also make for a great weapon. I've also learned that non-suspicious car is probably a lot more suspicious than you think it is. Um, I've learned that although you think it's safe running through the field from that security truck, uh, that security truck also has four-wheel drive. And us as humans, we don't come with four-wheel drive. We only come with two legs, and the odds are probably with the truck. Not always the case though. I've learned that legs do give out when you're running in 100-degree weather. They do. Um, and you also tend to black out. Um, I've learned that some spotlights aren't always the police, but 9 out of 10 times they definitely are the police. I've learned that some hospitals are built merely around a shopping cart. Uh, all the architects got together and decided to build the whole hospital around one shopping cart. Um, I've learned that asbestos makes for a awesome cushion when you're falling backwards off of a 10-foot ladder. Um, Not everybody loves asbestos. I'm quite a fan of it. It's all really opinion. I've learned that the harder it rains, the more flooded a tunnel is. Um, Not that it really stops anybody, but it's just kind of fact. Um, I've learned that the prettier the building is, the more dangerous the building is. I can give lots of examples, but Hudson's a good example. That pretty much covers all of them. Um, I've learned that the word active is just a mere obstacle, as is rain or snow or dinosaurs chasing you, any of the above. I've learned to never take a piss where you haven't explored yet. It's not really the smartest idea. Um, I've learned that most bums just want a cigarette. Um, it's not always the case. You know, they have a lot of time on their hands. Um, but most bums are addicted, just like you or me. Um, but sometimes, they have weapons and they want more or less like your camera. But most of the time I just want a cigarette, maybe some change. Um, I've learned that forgetting your flashlight is kind of like forgetting your eyes. Um, and you would never want to really forget your eyes, right? So why would you want to forget your flashlight? It's really hard when you don't have a flashlight or eyes, for that matter. It must suck to be blind. Um, I've learned that wearing moccasins isn't the best shoe choice in the world, although they're very stealth. Um, I've ruined a lot of moccasins, put it that way. They're so comfortable though. I've learned that you should always park so your plates are hidden, whether it's parking backwards or parking underneath the ground. I don't know. But that saves you from getting arrested before you even get on the property. It's definitely a good lesson. I've learned that you can check the window or the door as many times as you possibly want, and in reality, it doesn't mean shit. Um, there's been many times where I've checked that window 100 times, and there's still somebody outside. I don't get it, but it doesn't really mean shit. So, uh, I've learned that screaming at the top of your lungs is a great way to pinpoint people, whether that be people you want to pinpoint or people you don't want to pinpoint. I've learned that when you're looking for your exploring friends after you've been walking off on your own for a while, taking pictures and whatnot, that playing the game Marco Polo never fails. Never fails. You can always find your friends if you play Marco Polo. I've learned to never take more than you can carry out of a building, unless of course you can go back onto property and get stuff. Um, I've hurt my back a lot of times that way. Uh, I've learned that some buildings are famous for stealing your battery life, whether that be out of your camera or your flashlight or your dildo. They just steal your battery life. And that really sucks because once you get into the building, you're real pissed because it's like, fuck, I can't use my dildo. So, always bring like an extra battery. Unless it steals the battery life out of that one too. I've learned that the more frozen the floor is, the safer it is. That's why it's better to go in the winter rather than like the springtime where, you know, everything's soaking wet and you like fall through the floor. Uh, I've learned that sometimes the morgue is in admin. I've also heard that Sarah knows where the morgue is. Um, but yeah, sometimes the morgue's in admin, and sometimes the dentist is in there too. And sometimes the art room's in there, and the music room, and the wards, and the kitchen, and storage, and the music room, and everything. It's all in admin. It's very rare, but it is true. I've also learned that it's only illegal when you get caught, you know. Otherwise, it's not illegal. Um, and that's pretty much all I've learned as an urban explorer. Not necessarily all I've learned, but that pretty much covers the basics.